What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Back on the battlefield today. Gonna do some more on the operations campaign missions. Want to get a little bit more feel about it as I'm on here on Volga River, picking up the Villa Perosa. Our team fell behind a little bit here, so I'm trying to see what I can do to bring it back. Been getting used to the use of Villa Perosa much more now that it's on Zurishan, and been grinding that out a bit. So surprisingly, I haven't really touched this elite class when it was on the vanilla maps such as Monte Grappa. Just never really got around to it, so it was fun for the most part using it on the Name the Czar maps and giving it its own due time. Gonna try to push up, kind of keep myself around this whole little trench area right here. I feel like I'll be a little bit more safe hiding out under maybe this bridge right here where I don't get myself caught out in the open. But one thing I have picked up using this weapon is not to get myself overwhelmed by enemy players, because you usually could probably kill about 3 players per clip before I have to reload. So just kind of, yeah, a little bit of a, want to be cautious about get myself caught out in the open. So, but when it comes to Operation Campaign, definitely want to get back into it. Wanted to kind of open up some more battle packs specifically for the operations mode itself and see what I could get out of it. And I was able to get one of the operations battle packs today, and I opened it up, and what do you know, I didn't even get a melee puzzle piece. So I know some people in the community already right now are grinding it out and they're getting some, but then they're ending up going through this like little dry peak where they're not getting anything at all. And so, overall, I'm kind of curious to see how everyone is doing when it comes to that. So feel free again to comment down below what your, even if you opened up one, just let me know. I'm curious to see what everyone's kind of rate of getting their puzzle pieces has been like. Something I don't feel is a very good call on their part to do something like that, to make it RNG fast. I think the nice thing about dog tags is dog tags at least give you something that you're in control of to achieve. So this whole week we have the whole revisited Zodiac dog tag events that DICE is doing, and each of those missions are something that's more control. And I think not giving people a control over what they need to do to open up things, and I don't know how much of a good call that is. And I know they've been doing it with the puzzle pieces for a while here, but knowing that when they did their Q&A about giving us more melee weapon type of things, or new weapons or new skins coming out in future Operation Campaign modes, but they have to kind of monitor the fact of probably how much we're able to accomplish the actual skins and the melee pieces that are out right now. So that's kind of holding them back from getting out more content, which is disappointing, because you think like, wow, like people could probably grind it out, and if it wasn't RNG, and be able to get this much easier, and at least more in control over it. It might not be easier. You might maybe delay the grind out, make it a little bit more difficult. Find the average player, how many times the average player plays a day, do the math with that and make it for you'd have to grind this out every day for like 2 weeks worth until you bring out your next operations mode. So something like that. I mean, it's just one idea. I mean, that's kind of rough. I mean, I'm not obviously have all their telemetry and know exactly everything they're trying to do. I know they're trying to keep us busy until we got Turning Tides is coming out, which is exciting to know. That's probably like less than a month away, so that's definitely hyped for me. But to keep everyone kind of going and not to make operations feel as underwhelming as what it kind of feels like, in my opinion. So I think a safe bet would at least kind of take out the RNG effect there, and at least do a little bit more when it came to the operations mode itself. Again, I'm hearing some people make a little bit of an issue about it, just because they felt that given that they had asked for another month, where they said that they're gonna push this back another month. This was supposed to come out a month ago, but they pushed it back. And they were, people maybe expecting a little bit more, maybe some more cutscenes. I think they would have been a safe bet. They would have brought it to Nouvelle Nights. Now, I don't know if they were planning on giving Nouvelle Nights out free when they start Operations Campaign mode, but I think if they did, they sure as heck should have put it in there. I think it would have been a good call to do it there with some more cutscenes for it. I would think that would have been a safe move on their part, but a little bit of a missed opportunity there. But overall, not too bad for someone like me, because I can still find a way to have a good time, and this is overall just enjoy Battlefield as what it is. Don't get me, don't go too crazy. I mean, it doesn't mean I don't like new content. I definitely enjoy it, but I would enjoy like new maps and things of that nature. I definitely find I would want them to bring out for sure. So, and then playing, campaign mode on the operations side at least, it gives me a little bit different perspective on the maps that I'm not usually accustomed to. So, you know, it's just weird. Like, I'm so familiar with playing this on Conquest, Volga River that is, and just kind of seeing the areas that, you know, you pay more attention to certain areas when you play the maps such as, or the game modes like Operations or Frontlines, where it causes you to kind of centralize your focus more into one area more than you normally would. So that's just kind of bringing a little bit more of a fresh perspective. And someone like me who wants to keep grinding out playing Battlefield till we got Battlefield 2018 that comes out, I am, you know, going to be watching and trying to find every little thing to kind of keep the game fresh for me, as I got a player trying to creep up from behind me and put me down or something like that. I don't know what he's going to try to do there, but I'm going to flank up over here to the side, get up towards the top. It's a nice little thing right here. I know they're all right there to the right side, and it's a good thing I'm able to jump up. Now, I'm trying to play really conservative, though, when I was using this weapon on this map, just because, like I said, playing Operations is not my main game mode that I play, so I'm trying to be careful. And knowing that we had just kind of lost here a second ago, I kind of want to make sure our push here is a solid push. And I figured that they were going to probably try to overwhelm me and focus a lot on me, so I wanted to, you know, do my quick kills, get around a turn, give my teammates a good squad spawn point where they can spawn on me, and then, you know, just try to creep our way up slowly but surely. So I gotta get a little bit in that mode when you're playing Operations, because you gotta really take these kind of baby steps. So, you know, Conquest, if I'm in a bad situation, I can just kind of get out of that area and move out somewhere else. But Operations, no, it's just straight up, you know, it just puts you right in the line of fire. There's nowhere you can really go, which kind of makes you sympathize with the people who were making an issue a little bit on the fact that when DICE took out the 40-player Operations mode, how that was gonna feel for them, because, you know, when you do play the 64-player one, it is definitely a battle. I tell you what, there is nothing. I don't think there's a game yet I've experienced playing Operations mode just for 64 players on any game that I've ever played so far. That has been so much of a centralized, you know, complete battle, you know, an all-out war, feels like, for sure. I know there's PC games out there that have a larger player bases that are out there. I haven't really played them, and I haven't really looked into them if they are like that. But even if they are, you know, what they're like, if people might say that could be the case, I'd be curious how much they centralize all the players into one area. You know, if they have like something that's more like Operations mode, where you keep everyone in the you know, confined space, basically. So if you can spread everyone out like on Conquest, and you can find yourself playing 64-player on Conquest and feel like, you know, you're only playing against like you know, 5 or 6 players, because everything can get spread out. But, you know, when it comes to Operations, they keep it all together, and it's just definitely, like I said, it makes me sympathize for the people who kind of would have wished that the 40-player Operations mode would have stayed on the list. But, you know, they had their reasons for that. Probably want to make sure they keep it populated, so it's a good thing they still brought in that server browser. I'll tell you what, server browsers, that's so nice having it right now for this. I had so many times with Operations mode, I could not get into a game, and having server browsers now makes it so much nicer. So that's definitely a plus on their part, for at least I'm doing that. So I'm going to try to, I got all excited here. That's one of the funnest things about Operations mode, is that all the players get highlighted on there, and you just want to go on this complete, like, kill fest. But I am only killing one guy. There's 4 guys right there, but so that was a bit unfortunate. So I'm going to go push out over to the other side. I don't want to get caught out over there where the kind of like that river runs down, where the bridge where you can go over, even though there's no river right there. It's like a, you know, big all like canal or whatever you want to call it down there. So I'm going to want to avoid that, because I don't want to be out in the open where I can get shot from maybe a tank or something of that nature. And I played a lot of Volga River where I'm playing on defense, so I've seen a lot of people push out over here and get away with it. So lately on defense, I've been kind of trying to watch this side over here by the buildings, everything over here, because like I said, there's a lot of players that come out over here, and, you know, I tend to try to get myself out of, you know, the big swarm of where everyone's at, even though it's pretty still difficult to do on Operations mode. So I'm gonna try to push up over here, and again, this is probably the most open area right here, so I want to be very careful. I think a scout class was a good shot on me right here. He sees me, which makes me a little bit nervous, because I mean, well, if he shot me, then that probably means I'm gonna get put on a spot, which that doesn't help either, because that's one thing I do want to avoid. But yeah, I'm going to try to play as conservative as I can over here, stay alive as much as I can, because I want to get my teammates to spawn on me and keep it a safe area right over here. It's a little bit further away for them to come at than it is to the B side, so, you know, I should be able to, you know, help my teammates out a little bit more, because it's probably going to be a little more difficult to probably push out over here. as I'm being kind of surrounded out here a little bit. Now I am interested to see what your guys' experience is like so far when it comes to your battle packs, and to see what you guys are actually opening up yourself. I am so kind of curious of how that's going about. Just trying to get a good feel of what's going on there. See if, you know, like I said, I've seen more people have a little bit more of a grind when it comes to it than actually being something, you know, that is, you know, easier. You know, something that was, yeah, I've already had it where I, you know, I wasn't even to get anything today, and it's just, you know, having it behind that kind of R&D feel, just obviously not the best thing. So I'm kind of curious to see what your guys' experience about. So again, let me know down below how you feeling about this and everything about so far, because I've already seen some people already comment about it. Kind of feel, again, they feel a little underwhelmed, and I would assume that's probably the general consensus of the community, at least. You know, from at least what they were hyping it up about. Doesn't take away operations mode, doesn't take away Battlefield, doesn't take away the fact that it's still very fun to play, but it's just kind of like, you know, for that much effort for 2 months, it felt like, you know, could have done something a little bit more. So trying to watch myself out over here, making sure I'm not getting shot from behind. This guy just kind of came out of nowhere right there, so I still hear one more guy over here, but my teammates battling scout class, going straight up against a light machine gun class, or a yeah, support class right here. So yeah, now I just wanted to make sure I didn't get shot from behind or bayonet charged anywhere from some weird angle. Lately I've had some weird deaths from behind lately, so I'm trying to avoid as much of that as I can. Fortunately, you know, I'm trying to hold this off pretty well. There's no chance I'm really going to push down over the B, so I'm kind of hoping my teammates do well over there, and was hoping that the majority of the team would push down over the B, but so that was good. So there's not like everyone over here, because I wasn't really going to be able to help pushing down to B. So can't really finish my shots, as you can see. I still have a little bit of a struggle doing that. So I want to pull back. I get a health, you know, crate right there, but then they shoot me and kill my teammate. So I'm like, oh, that's unfortunate. So I'm gonna try to push down over here now. And again, I just want to stay alive, because I figured I'd help my teammates squad spawn on me a little bit more, and, you know, give them, my teammates, more of an options to you know, get over here quicker than them, you know, having to spawn in some, you know, god-awful spot. So yeah, I just want to just try to stay alive, because I figured I'm kind of waiting for when they're going to want to overrun me. I know I keep coming over here in bursts, and I only have so many teammates here, as I think actually my teammate did survive. That's pretty crazy if he did survive that. But yeah, now he's dead. He's dead for sure. So yeah, now I'm out of here for sure. So definitely don't want to stick around anymore. And I figured that after I put those couple shots to those guys right there, they're probably going to be hunting me down. So I wanted to just get ready, because I figured, well, kill as many guys as quickly as I can. That's what I usually try to do, to pop back around. Then rather just hiding and waiting for them to all kind of overrun you. So I never try to give anyone the option where they can, you know, unless you're hidden, you know, really well. But if you're like that close where they could either run into you, that's not a good spot. So I had to pull myself out a little bit further back, because there is another guy and he's hunting. Probably saw his teammate. You know, saw his skull and crossbones, a little symbol there. So he's probably trying to figure out where exactly this guy went at, and probably doesn't even know they have the elite class, or maybe it does now. But fortunately, again, I come over here, I'm still having a hard time finishing these kills of 90, man. Woo, that's rough. That's happened a lot lately, so it's a little bit with the Villaparosa, but I'm just, again, they're running back, so I'm not really too concerned. They're not really pushing me. I was a little nervous coming out in the open. This was the reason why right there. That's it. So I didn't want to run out on the other side. I didn't want to push to B, because it was so open. I was afraid. That's what someone's going to try to do. They're going to try to put a shot on me right there. And fortunately, I got a break on that one. That's why you always kind of want to be strafing and doing something to try to avoid something like that. But yeah, I figured it was going to come eventually, and they finally did. So it was a good play on his part. Good smart. I just got a break there. It was nice to get a break every once in a while. But we were able to come back and get the win here. So yeah, that's basically it for you guys today. Again, I appreciate you guys being here. Let me know down below how you guys are feeling about this again. I'm curious to get to hear how you guys are doing here. And yeah, that's it for you guys today. I am Livin, and I'll catch you guys again later. Peace.
When we take the city, all of Russia will rise up, and we will be united once again.